Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a very special playoff edition of Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. Today we have for you none other than the second leg of the Eastern Conference semifinals versus Orlando City. That's right, the Impact versus Orlando City. I guess they're the Lions. They don't really promote that like a lot of other teams. Like, we're the Montreal Impact. They're not like the Orlando City Lions per se. They're more sort of Orlando City FC. Anyway, Diego Maradona is not feeling too good right now because we have the upper hand. 2-0 in the first leg, in case you missed the last episode. So we've been doing very well versus these boys. Beat them twice this season already. This makes it a third time in the playoffs. Let's go for the clean sweep in the second leg. We're going to continue with the Z formation. It worked pretty well in the first leg. Hopefully it can continue that way in the second leg. Going to go a little less possession. It seemed like they got the better of us early in that game when we were trying to hold possession too much. So we're just going to go standard today and, see what we can do. See if we can just play our game. We like to blast it forward to our speedy wingers and such, and then get it into Kyle Aaron for the goal. That's usually how it works. So hopefully we can continue that. I've been thinking about the offseason already. Been looking at some contracts of players we're going to keep, players we're not going to keep. We got a lot of youngsters whose contracts are up right now, and a lot of them look like they just aren't going to be good enough for us to continue employing them. So we're going to cut a lot of youngsters, a lot of guys, around 20 years old, 22, 23 years old, who just, their potential is where they're at, and that's as high as they're going to go most likely. Some of them have like 1 or 1.5 dark stars maybe, but if they don't have like full yellow stars, I don't really count that. I don't bank on it, let's say. So if there's a reason to not get rid of the guy, if I look at him and say he's just not maybe good enough, not fast enough, not whatever, and he doesn't have any gold potential, then I get rid of him. So here we go. Match preview. Got 4 games on tap. Colorado up 3-2 on Minnesota. This is 6-4, 6-3. So did they already play those games? What's going on here? Did the Western Conference play their games? So here's the Eastern Conference. 2-2 draw between Philadelphia and DC United. Honestly, I think either one of those teams are pretty beatable for us, but Western Conference has me intrigued. What's going on here? Yeah, so Colorado has beaten Minnesota 6-4 on aggregate, and likewise Portland came through with a 4-1 domination in the second leg to beat FC Dallas 6-3. So there's your matchup in the Western Conference, Colorado versus Portland. No surprise there. 2 of the better teams in the league, 2 of the better offenses in the league. So that should be quite a shootout over there. Meanwhile, we're just looking to continue our dominance over Orlando. In the last 13 games, we got 6 wins, 6 draws, only 1 loss to Orlando. Now, I believe that was in the playoffs where they knocked us out. So that's, an important win for them, but only 1 win. It was definitely the anomaly in the last 13 games. That's quite a few seasons. That's you think at maximum we play them 4 times a year. So that's at least 3 seasons minimum. Anyway, my math doesn't check out at all, but that's fine. Yeah, so we're going with the same lineup. Got Desovic back in at fullback. He's back from that red card that he had. So hopefully he can control himself and stay in the game. But other than that, same lineup, same formation, slightly different tactics, I should say. Probably the same techniques, different tactics. We're going to do a less control, more just free-flowing game. All right, they've switched it up a little. 4-1-2-3. Leggett is in there. Sebastian Leggett. That guy is sneaky. I mean, he's an old man now, 29 years old. But he's still good. He plays the trequartista role. Out on the left side, he can play the inside forward. He's just a guy that, he's not big, he's not fast. Look at his 4 strength, 5 jumping reach. But he is super sneaky, so we got to keep an eye on him. Also looks like Kamar Lawrence is coming forward. Other than that, a lot of the same guys. Memeshaj is back in. Hildebrandt. Martinez has moved up to striker. I think he was at the wing last time. Their leading goal scorer, right? If I'm not mistaken. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Yep. Still 10 goals, so we held him in check from the wing. We'll see if we can likewise hold him in check as the lead striker. Meanwhile, we're exactly the same. Thiago in goal. Desovic, we mentioned that. Jaguar, Chevalier, Vallo, Andre, Ramos, Lopez in the midfield. Alberto, D'Alessandro on the wings. Kyle Larin up top. Dressing room. Let's go. Hand it over to the assistant. Get out of here. Opposition instructions. Again, definitely close down on Martinez. Definitely close down on Leggett. Might as well keep an eye on Toussaint as well. Kamar Lawrence. Got to watch him. I don't want to close down on a central defender. I don't care how good he is. I'm not closing down on him. Spectre doesn't look like he's coming forward. So other than that, we're looking good. Let's go. Absence of Duverne is sure to be felt. He's been out all year. Get out of here. Get out of here. Here we are. Home crowd. Saputo Stadium. Packed to the rafters. Ready to go. So yeah. Oh, something else that I found out. Speaking of looking into the off season, looking ahead, I figured out how to use targeted allocation money. I sent a tweet out earlier because I was just so excited when I figured it out. But it was in my other save that I've got going on with FC Dallas. And I just sort of figured it out by accident. They have this 37-year-old central defender on a designated player contract that I can't get rid of. So I tried to sign another designated player. Uh-oh. Kyle Larin, twisted knee. 76%. Ooh. We're going to have to bring in Mendez at some point. We'll see if Larin can recover. Here we go. We struggle to retain possession. There's Andre, wins a header back to Lopez. Alberto sends it in. Luis. Nope, Andre is offside. Luis mishandled it there a little bit, but Andre was offside, so no problems there. But yeah, so I signed another designated player in the offseason, thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to get rid of this other dude. All right, here's Alberto. Sends one in from the corner. Chevalier gets a head on it, but Bendik is there. That's the play. I mean, that's how we want it to operate, but Chevalier just couldn't quite get enough on that header. Here's another throw in. Desovic on the near side. Throwing it long for Alberto. Back to Desovic. Gets it to Kyle Larin. That was a bit of a risky pass, but we'll see. Lopez plays it forward for Alberto. Alberto, miscommunication there with Kyle Larin. Burns is going to... yeah, that was a risky pass there. Luis, Burns, can they foul it up? Let's see. Nope. Calmly drops it back to Bendik, but the highlight continues, so something's going to happen here. They can't get it forward. Jaguar is there, but he immediately turns it over. And Burns fires it right back at him, but Chevalier's there. Just sort of blasting it back and forth downfield right now. It's like watching a bunch of fifth graders play. But here we go. Kyle Larin. Drops it all the way back to Jaguar, forgetting about Andre for a moment. Now Andre plays it outside for D'Alessandro. He's got a little space. Can he get around his man? He sends it in. Kyle Larin, the header. Yes! 3 goals up on aggregate. Kyle Larin as the target man has suddenly come on, has suddenly become a revelation. Maybe we've been playing this guy incorrectly all season. D'Alessandro just sends it in, and there's Kyle Larin in the air above two men. They can't stop him. So yeah, back to the targeted allocation story, I guess. I signed a guy, and the board, as soon as it came to the time where he was going to sign his contract, the board said, hey, you got too many designated players. Do you want to spend targeted allocation money to bring this guy's contract down and make it so it's no longer a designated player contract? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So because I had enough targeted allocation money to bring his contract below, the league maximum, which is like $588,000, whatever it is, I was able to give him a regular senior contract. Oh, Lopez! What a shot! Here's another guy who hasn't played much at the end of the season, but he's played well in the playoffs. We've changed things up for the playoffs. I think people started to get to know us a little bit too much with that formation number 2, especially Orlando. Now we've changed it up. Lopez, just Johnny on the spot there, and then places it perfectly. Top shelf. So there we go. That should ice it. 4 goals. I mean, I know I shouldn't say that because they're going to come flying back here. Valo's been booked. We'll definitely tell him to ease off tackles. Get out of here. Maybe in second half we'll try to retain possession. Slow it down, but we'll see. We shall see. Second yellow card for Luis. Lopez, free kick. Nope, off the wall, but he's going to recover it. Reset the offense, hopefully. 43 minutes down in the first half. We're looking good. We're cruising. D'Alessandro sends one in. Kyle Larin can't get over 2 men that time. Lopez wins it back to Ramos, who sends it all the way back to midfield. Center ice. Going to reset. Going to go for a line change, perhaps. I have been thinking about picking up Eastside Hockey Manager and giving that a shot. I don't know. I mean, seems to be mostly the same as Football Manager, right? But what I've got to see is their graphic engine. I don't know if they actually have a graphic engine. If they don't, I'm not particularly interested. But if they do, then I'd play it. That'd be fun. But I don't know. Anyway, it's halftime. Dressing room. Pep talk. Before I give the pep talk, I think we got to think about substitutions. Kyle Larin, we got to think about the future. Bring in Mendez. And then Valo, that yellow card, I think we got to bring in Delgado. So there we go. Now we'll go back to our pep talk. Oh, wait. Not, yes. Team instructions. We shall retain possession. We'll go to control. Slow it down. Tempo low. See if that works. If they start to counterattack us too much, if they start to get too many, fast breaks or whatever, then we'll change it up. But for now, we're going to slow it down. Don't get complacent. Okay, who looked stressed here? Desovic. Come on now. Calmly. I'm very happy with your performance. All right. So at least he's brought it down a notch. He's no longer stressed. He's now nothing specific, I guess. I guess that's better than stressed, is to be just sort of, nonplussed about things. But anyway. Here we go. There's legit. We're keeping an eye on him. He's a playmaker. Playing that inside forward. He can definitely do things. There's Trousseau out there against Desovic. Jaguar cleaning things up in the back post. Looks like Montreal. Looks like Orlando is trying to control things a little bit too, but there's a ball way downfield. They are stretching forward quite a bit. Legit makes a good pass to Martinez with a rocket into the crowd. First minute of the half, and Orlando had a fairly significant attack there. Got a shot out of it. Not a good shot, but they got a shot nonetheless. All right, this is what we want. We want the clock to just roll. 52 minutes and counting. Let's go. Lopez, 8.2 rating and a goal. Oh, here we go. Corner. Alberto sends it into Lopez. Lopez, he going to take another shot? He is off of Chevalier, who's out. Not out of bounds. He's offside. Meanwhile, Orlando's not looking so hot. A lot of 6.4 rating, 6.3. Burns sitting there at a 6.2 on defense. That's no good. Just made a substitute. Took out Mamashaj, their highest rated player. Bring in Andrizzoni, I think. Anyway, free kick. Ball bounces out to Alberto, who's going to try to reset things. Going to take it out wide himself. Good man. He's got a lot of space out there. See what he can do. See if he can get creative. No. Well, there's a creative play to Andre with a one-timer. Bendik, though, he didn't get a lot on that. He sort of mishit it. And Bendik was able to make a fairly routine save. 60 minutes already. We're looking good. The players we brought in haven't played too poorly. Delgado and Mendez, both of 6.7. There's Delgado with a yellow card, though. Not happy about that. You know, if he goes out, we're, you know, a little thin at defensive players. We do still have Garner on the bench. But he's a central defender, not really going to do real good out wide. But, you know, in emergency, we'll put him out there. Hildebrandt. I'm not going to play 3 central defenders and, like, you know, winger or something like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like three central defenders. I don't think it works in MLS very well at all. Maybe in other leagues where you've got much better, you know, much more central defenders with much more range and speed and athleticism. But a lot of times in MLS you get guys who are just sort of towers, you know. 6'4", 10 speed, you know, that kind of guy who's good at jumping and good at keeping the ball off the back line, but not very good at ranging wide. Now, maybe with Jaguar in there, we wouldn't have too big of an issue playing 3 at the back because Jaguar is fairly mobile. But the rest of our guys, not so much. Chevalier, I mean, he's got 12 pace. That's okay. I don't know. It's just not something I'm a fan of at all. Lopez sends one back to Delgado. Forward, Junior Ramos gonna shoot one. 67 minutes, and we seem to be controlling the match. Luis almost gets a red card. He gets a calm down from the ref. Here's Lopez again with a free kick. Orlando's still sort of putting their wall together. Lopez, he gets it on target, but Bendik is there. I'm just happy he gets it on target. Look at the shots. 11 shots, 7 on target for us. That's really good. 9 fouls apiece. They have 56% of the possession, which seems wrong, but whatevs. They're not getting a lot of chances. Not getting a lot of highlights out of it. Clock is rolling at 77 minutes. Lopez is a little tired at 66%, but he's playing so well. I'm gonna keep him in there. Hill, throw into Leggett, gets it back. Is he going to try to bomb it downfield? He does. Doyle on the back end. He beats Chevalier for a second, but then just, you know, does whatever that is. Let's check out our opposition instructions here. Yeah, let's keep a tight eye on, let's keep a tight eye on Doyle. He got away from us right there. We can't have that happening. Brought him in for, must have brought him in for Martinez, right? Yeah, must have brought him in for Martinez. Why Why is there no arrow out for him? There's an arrow out for Kamar Lawrence. Brought in for Ian Hill. What's Ian Hill look like? 22-year-old. He's got nice speed and agility, but he's got no crossing or dribbling. I don't really want to waste a defender on that guy, so we'll just let him roam free, I guess, if he does come forward. They haven't changed their position much, or their formation, I should say. It's still the 4-1-2-3. 4-1-2-3, yeah. I read those numbers correctly, that's right. DM wide, the Burning Man formation as we know it here. Not much going on. Let's see what's going on with the other scores. Latest scores. Looks like we're the only game. We're the game of the week, the game of the day. It's just us, nobody else. 89 minutes, 90 minutes, 1 minute of stoppage time. So we have definitely just run out the clock in this second half. 5 seconds left. Orlando City is going to go home disappointed. Dominant performance in this series for us, for the Impact. 4-0 on aggregate. Pretty good. Pretty satisfied with that. Revenge from last season. Get out of here, Diego Maradona. See if he has anything nice to say about me at the press conference. Look at Lopez. 8.2 in the first half, 8.3 in the second half. That's just really good. He got the player of the match. Take a look at this kid. Still only 22 years old. Still has 4-star potential. I mean, we shouldn't be... at this age, he should be playing a lot more. How's he looking? He got 24 appearances this season. That's pretty good. I think that's enough to move him up. And I think he has gained a star, right? I think he was 2.5 stars at the beginning of the season. And now he's at 3 stars. So physically, he's not the greatest. But mentally and technically, he's got it where it counts. I mean, vision, work rate, teamwork, decision-making, really good. And then technique, good enough. Passing could be much better. First touch, dribbling, free kick taking. I mean, he's got some skills. So we got to get this young man some more training and some more playing time. Can't be messing around with him. All right, let's get out of here. Post-match, very good. No, I'm very pleased with your performance. Yes. None of this negative stuff. All right. So there we are. We win the Eastern Conference semifinals. 4-0 aggregate. Kyle Aaron had several goals. What's his goals up to at this point? Where'd he go? There he is. How's he looking? How's he looking? Career stats. 12 goals on the season, 6 assists, 25 appearances. That's a good amount of appearances. 25. Goal every other game, basically. So, I mean, it's okay production, but it's just not what we're used to from him. Although in previous years, he has come on in the playoffs, which is what he just did. So if we can expect this level of scoring from him in the playoffs, then that's fine. He doesn't need to score regular season goals. We'll let other people score the regular season goals. Let him score the playoff goals. However, he's injured for the week. So we'll give him a little rest and relaxation. That's fine. Post-match press conference. Lopez's goal. Yeah, great goal. He was outstanding. Eric Lopez. Mitrovic has been playing well on loan. I think he's a guy we're not necessarily going to re-sign. Only 11 pace. Well, maybe. Only 2.5 star potential. He does still have a little potential, so I mean, we'll figure it out. But yeah, anyway, happy to see him putting the building blocks, approaching that, whatever. That was a stupid press conference. Didn't talk about Maradona or anything. Lopez, yeah, let's praise his performance. Why not? You were superb. Thanks, boss. Good man. Good man. As many people have noted, like, your players' complexions change quite often. Like, last game he was incredibly pale. And this game he is incredibly tan, so I don't know. Maybe he went to Orlando and got some sun, I guess. Stayed out on the beach a little too long there. But whatever. Here we go. This is what we wanted. Enzo Recoba from Goal.com, the devious journalist. He knows the questions to ask. Relationship between Diego Maradona and yourself shows no signs of improving, with the latest comments seeming to show no desire at all to put an end to the feud. What is it about the two of you that causes these fireworks? What's our relationship at? I thought they said we had no relationship. Relationship, fairly poor, outspoken, volatile, plays mind games, confrontational. Absolutely, Diego. Let's see. Let's see. He's just someone I have absolutely no time for. The way he's behaved in reaching matches. Nah, it's got to the stage where now I'm having to deal with someone who won't even shake my hand after the game of soccer. It says it all about him, and I can't see any reason to try and salvage any sort of good relationship. Or do I think it's gotten totally out of hand? Neither of us behaved in a manner befitting of soccer, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I think it's all just, fun and games. Yeah, whatever. We'll go with number one. Gotten to the stage where I'm having to deal with someone who won't even shake my hand. Get out of here, Diego. See ya next year in the playoffs, buddy. All right. We're wasting a lot of time here, but I'm trying to see who we get next in the next round. So we should take a look at that. Do we know? Are we going to get an email? Nation won't try to salvage. Maradona, Nation disappeared before handshake could happen. Diego had some interesting things to say. Okay. Zebu Nation claimed that you refused to shake his hand after the recent encounter. Maradona gave cause for potential controversy, saying, I would have shaken his hand if he'd offered it to me. Once again, he's only giving one side of the story in an attempt to drag my name through the mud. Ha ha. Mind games. I like it. I like it. All right. Yep. So we don't know who we're playing yet. Is this the truth? No, we're playing Philadelphia. All right. Philadelphia Union. Let's go back to the semifinals. They beat DC United on aggregate 4-3 after a 2-2 draw in the second leg. So that 2-1 victory in the first leg carried them through. Carried them through to a team that's beat them quite a bit recently, which is us. So that's good. Very happy about that. So we'll see. We'll come back next time for the first and/or second leg against Philadelphia in the Eastern Conference Finals with a trip to the MLS Cup on the line. So until then, until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.